Today on The Divide, Democrats are in control in Washington state and Washington, D.C. So why are their gun control policies still stalling?
We are in a public health crisis, and yet we still have not addressed another public health crisis we have, and that's gun violence.
It isn't a red issue or a blue issue. No shooter walked in and asked first, are you a Democrat or a Republican, before pulling the trigger.
Also, we chat with the latest candidate in the race for Seattle mayor, someone who joins a growing chorus of voices worried about the direction of the city.
I have heard this over and over again, this sense that we are not proud of this city.
Plus, they claim to be advocates for the homeless, but their actions tell a different story.
This is not right, and this is not helping the people who are unsheltered.
That and more as we attempt to bridge the divide. Welcome to The Divide. Thank you so much for joining us. As is common in America, there is a renewed debate over gun control following two mass shootings. One in the Atlanta area where a gunman killed 8 people, mostly Asian women, in a series of shootings at massage parlors. And then in Boulder, Colorado, where a man opened fire in the middle of the afternoon in a grocery store, killing 10 people, including a police officer. Following those shootings, Senator Patty Murray of our state reflected on our own tragedies here in Washington and placed blame for a lack of progress on gun control.
In our state, my state, families will never be the same after Marysville, after Mukilteo, after the Seattle Jewish Federation, and so many others. According to the Giffords Law Center, there are 753 gun deaths in Washington state each year. That amounts to 1 every 12 hours. For years, Democrats have pushed for action to stop this killing with common sense reform that will save lives. For years, we've been blocked by Republican leaders and their special interests. Now, we can act, and we will.
And it's true, Democrats have for years tried to push policies like banning so-called assault rifles and high-capacity magazines to no avail. In our state, those proposals have repeatedly failed to gain traction despite years of Democratic majorities in Olympia. There's been a proposed ban on assault weapons introduced in Olympia every single year since 2017, and it hasn't gone anywhere despite Democratic control of both the House and Senate, with the exception of 2017 when power was still split. The same is true for a ban on high-capacity magazines. Year after year, despite Democratic control that would allow them to pass it with a simple majority, that proposal keeps stalling.